Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to unbox the new Vevor post hole digger that I picked up. And I picked up this particular product because I've been in the process of digging holes for a fencing project that I've been working on. And this thing has been wearing me out. So I decided to invest into a post hole digger. So in this video, we're gonna unbox the Vevor post hole digger right here in the Caliente garage. So let's get started. Now, this video is not sponsored by Vevor. I actually purchased this post hole digger out of my pocket. So stay tuned for a later honest review. But here today, we're gonna just get this thing unboxed and get it set up here in the Caliente garage. So let's open up the Vevor post hole digger and see what we're getting. We're going to set this packing material to the side. A styrofoam, set that to the side. Clear plastic jug, I guess, for oil. Got some attachments here. Got some directions. Tool bag. So I'm gonna open this up and see what we are getting as well. You know, for years I've been using a manual post hole digger, but I'm getting older and I decided to invest into a auger. So this thing is coming with two different sizes. Getting two different size augers. We'll take a look at all of this once we get it unpacked. Have a long bolt in the box. Got another nut and bolt just laying in the box. A loose nylon nut laying in the box. Got a handle. And another loose nut, another loose bolt laying in the box. So we'll get, this is all that remains in the box. We'll set this to the side. Oh, this thing is heavy. I'm gonna slide the box out of the way. Put that to the side. Got wrapping material. So we got 2 augers. Got some hardware that was just laying in the box. And we're going to try to get this thing assembled. So I'm going to loosen this Phillips screw, try to get this packing material. I got this packing material screwed down. And this would be the first time that I've ever purchased one of these things, or assemble one for that matter. Got some hardware here we're going to open up. Gas jug. Got a tool kit. I'm gonna just lay all of this out here on the ground. And we're gonna open up the directions to see about the packing list and getting this thing set up. So we're getting the extension rods according to the book. We are getting the handle. We are getting a on and off switch with a throttle attached to the handle. We are getting, and this would be a oil can. Fill your oil up here. We're getting some tools, a spark plug, and we are getting the augers themselves. And we're getting the gearbox. So these are the auger drills, 2 different sizes. And I am horrible with directions, so we're not going to use this. I'm horrible with directions. Now I noticed in the box it came with the spark plug. I'm going to check and see if this is an additional spark plug, or do I need to install this. There's a spark plug at the top underneath this cap, and it looks like it has a Allen. I'm just going to open this up and verify that it does have a spark plug in here, but it appears that I can see one just underneath this cap here. There's a spark plug boot. So as you can see, there's a spark plug already installed, but they gave you an additional spark plug here in the box. So that's snap that boot back down, make sure that that's on there. I'm gonna put this cap back on. It's got a little tab, nose in first. And now I can screw this thing back down with the provided Allen that came in the box. They gave you an additional, looks like a bonus throttle So the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to attach the handles. So I'm going to grab some additional tools to attach the handles with the provided hardware that came in the box. So I'm using a 10mm and a 1/2 inch. So the way this thing looks, I'm right-handed, so looks like it's going to slide down like this. I'm going to take out these bolts. So this thing is going to be held to the side like this. So it looks like it's going to attach like this. So I'm just going to lay it on this side. And just to verify, I'm just going to take the book and see if it can give me some information. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the hardware that came in the box. And I'm going to screw down the nylon nut. Looks like 4 on each side. They are all the same size. I'm going to take my 1/2 inch, hold the bolt on the bottom, and I'm just going to tighten these things down. Again, this is the first time I've ever done this. These hydrostatic wrenches really make a difference. Now I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it on this side. And we're going to do the same to the other side. Take my handles. Run 4 bolts through. Using my foot to spread these handles. put on my nylon locking nuts. Take my 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to tighten these things down. We have a spot for the gas. And we have a choke, which is up for start, and then run, which is back down. I'll flip it around so you can see it. There's your choke, and there's your start. Up to choke, down to run. There's your pull cord. And I'm just going to tighten down this last bolt. Nice and tight. The part with the little rubber boot is the part that's going to go into the ground. So we're going to put back that protective cap. Gives you a little pin here. So basically, this thing is to extend it. So if you want to make it longer, you're going to pull the pin. You can drop in the extension. Put back the carter pin. And so if you need to extend this thing, you can just do the same to the other attachments, and this just make it longer, okay? So to install this to the auger, I'm gonna pull the carter pin. Gonna line up the holes, push your pin through. And then you're going to plug in, you're going to put back the carter pin. And now this thing is ready to go. It's got a throttle cable here. This thing is actually ready to go. And if I want to make it taller, I can just add these extension rods. It's got the throttle here, on switch, gas, choke, and we're gonna look to see exactly where I need to pour oil. So this is how you assemble this thing. And the reason I bought this is because it came with 2 different attachments. I know Harbor Freight actually sells an auger. but this one came with 2 attachments. Shouts out to Vevor. Pull the pin, slide out the auger. Just gonna put the pin back through. So we're gonna gas this thing up, but we need to find out where the oil actually goes. This says release. What is this? Okay, this is just the cap that goes over the radiator, that goes over the carburetor. This is the cap that goes over the carburetor. Bring that back down just a little bit. So I'm gonna fill this thing up and start it up and just see if it cranks. That's what I'm going to do. We're gonna take off our cap and we're gonna fill it with 2-cycle oil, 40-to-1, or in my case, 50-to-1. So as you guys can see, we got a little bit of oil mixed with gasoline, 50-to-1. I'm gonna go ahead and get this poured inside. Here we go. So this thing will start up just like a regular weed eater or a chainsaw or any 2-cycle engine. We're gonna prime the bulb, several pumps. We're gonna turn on the choke, and then once it bumps or start running, and then we're gonna switch it to run. Okay. So here we go. So this thing here has a primer bulb between the cap and the carburetor. So we're going to press it several times. See if we can get some. Okay, we see the fuel running through. I'm going to let you zoom in and see this primer bulb. Slide up. There's the primer bulb right there. You can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right in between the fuel tank and the carburetor. I'm going to prime that. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is turn the choke to start. Once it start running or once it bumps, I'm going to go back down to run. Okay. So up to start. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to pull the start. We're going to pull the rope. I'm not sure if this switch needs to be on, but I'm going to turn it on anyway. And we're going to try to crank this thing. So here we go. All right, here we go. So the red switch on the top is an off switch. I just hit the switch and it died, okay? So when you go ahead and crank this thing, make sure that you turn on the switch. Okay, let me crank it back up. Hopefully I don't have to choke it. Switch and shut it down. Okay, so as you can see, it started up. Everything looks good. We'll start it up one more time. Switch is on. Pull my start. And so I got everything started. Again, to put the attachments on, you have these extension rods if you want to extend it. And then slide the auger on, put your pin in, and this thing is ready to go. Okay. Now, I'm wondering, could I put the auger on without any of the extensions? So let's check and see that. I'm going to take off the extension, slide out the pin, and I just want to see if I can slide this thing on without using any of the extensions. Yes, we can. Take your pin, put it through. There's the pin. And now you can run this auger / post hole digger without the extensions, or you can add in the extensions to make this thing even longer. Okay. The only thing remains is to take this thing out and test it. Start up the auger. Stop switch should be in a better place, but it's working pretty good far as I can tell. Set that to the side. I'm going to take my camera, just kind of show you guys the way it looked. So it did pretty good, all things considering. You know, there's a few rocks that I hit, but that's to be expected. I'm going to take my measuring tape. I need about 2 feet. Yep, that's about 2 feet, as you guys can see on the measuring tape. So it did pretty good. Post hole digger. So yeah, I think it's worth it for the price. I'll leave a link where I picked it up in case you guys want to pick up the Vevor post hole digger. So far it works pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and set the post. If you like this video, click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys a little bit later out here in the Caliente garage.